Let's take a step now away from Shatawale and other related matters and do some others here on Midday Live, because we know Information Minister Kojo Nkrumah has been reiterating calls for young people to venture into entrepreneurship. He's been speaking at the Economic Forum, but this is coming on the back of the Finance Minister's message where he says the public payroll is simply full and so young people must endeavor to venture into entrepreneurship.
So the future for you with regards to jobs, of course, is the most important thing at this stage. We have gone through a period where most people look for jobs with government, etc. That payroll is full. I can tell you that, because we are spending some 60% of our revenue on remunerating some 650,000 people, and that's not sustainable. The question then really is whether UPSA has trained you to be entrepreneurs. And your question will be, where will I get the financing from, etc. But you do, and you have the skill set to be able to do what you have to do. Our responsibility as government is to create an environment of macro stability, currency stability, and ensure that you have access to the relevant skills and financing. So this budget that we are going to be doing is going to really focus on the youth and budget. And tomorrow we have a program here looking at what the youth demands and how we can structure the next 2-3 years of the Ghana Obatampa program to ensure that you become your own bosses and you become entrepreneurs. So it's a new world out there where you need to, it's not a factory that is employing 10,000 people, but it's individuals like you employing 2, 3, 4, 5 people to create that energy and engine for our country to transform.
So that call by the Finance Minister is been reiterated by the Information Minister. He says that the entrepreneurship journey must be one that young people must endeavor to venture into so they make the public or the private sector thrive. He's been adding that government must create an enabling environment to reduce risk of failure of entrepreneurial ventures. He was speaking on the second day of the Ghana Economic Forum here in Accra.
Right, so it's the 10th edition of the Ghana Economic Forum, day 2 of it, and conversations are around youth entrepreneurship as well as digitization, and we'll be looking also at the energy sector. Yesterday we had conversations on digitization and technology and how government as well as young people can harness the use of technology, especially as COVID-19 still persists. It's day 2, and the panel discussion will be having conversations on entrepreneurial development and the fact that the public sector remains efficient, but the private sector is still the engine of growth. Information Minister Kojo Nkrumah highlighted on the need for why entrepreneurship should be developed and why the young people should get more involved, reiterating the need for every young person to be involved when it comes to issues of entrepreneurship, as well as government's role in contributing to entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial development in the country.
The challenges of our society and the opportunities around us. The Public Service Act can, as quickly as possible, onboard as many of our young people who want to support public service delivery. But it cannot be a substitute for what the private sector, if supported to develop properly, can do for the advancement of the Ghanaian economy. And it is important that we do a number of things to support the private sector, particularly young entrepreneurs, to succeed in this space. One, by mainstreaming the conversation about entrepreneurship. We cannot be a country that spend all our time and our best energies focusing on some other conversations, and yet we expect entrepreneurship to excel and take its rightful place. It must be, for me, one of the most important conversations that we should be having, highlighting, promoting in this country.